What is up, everyone? Hold up 1 second here. I don't know what's going on with my camera. Oh, of course, of all nights, right? Yo, good Lord. What the hell was that? Oh, wouldn't be a 100 celebration without technical difficulties. Yes, Pikmin, you are correct. What is up, dude? I see you in the waiting room. I also see a special guest in the waiting room. We'll do that after Pikmin's finals. We also got Eddie from Resin Blood coming in here. He's got a few giveaways and a couple other things to talk about. Oh, finally gonna have to let this this necklace go, the Warduke necklace go tonight. Unfortunately, somebody will win this. What is up, everybody? What is up? Thank you all for coming in. Special night. Let me just recognize a few people here. Folklore 100 every damn week, y'all, he says. Every damn week. If that's true, which I think it probably is, you are the real MVP, Jimmy Folklore. Colin from Hasbin. These guys, if you scroll up to the top of the comments, these guys commented like 3 hours ago. So, right on. Killer bootlegs in the house, man. I was just at Super 7 today looking at some of your swag. Very nice, sir. Fun fake name. What's up? Kajiki, Gray Skull Toys, Dylan Clement, Zimitko, our Lord and Savior. What is going on? General Porpoise, Kajiki, Tone, Max Padron 2. What is up? Oh, Strafe, my man. What's going on? Stormico, what's going on? Bliss Receptor, Slightly Adrift, Richard Webb. Man, thank you, everybody. Lots of people in here already. Zero Pop, what's up? Vomit, what's up? Retrozone Neon, Cool Cat, Mothman, what is up? 8-Bit Mike, holy smokes, the stars are out tonight. Linz the Rat Boy, worst villain ever. Thank you, everybody. Couple things just to get us started here. Bootleg overdose. We'll talk about you in a moment. Dre, what's up, dude? Couple things. Number one, we got Pikmin coming on, and we're going to go for about an hour with Pikmin. Talk about kind of his life in the scene so far up to this point. I think he's been around a lot longer than everybody realizes. Definitely longer than. Oh yes, Porpoise grabbed the dino hat. You demand. He's been around for a long time and has just a crazy profile. If you scroll back far enough, Sadat, what's going on? Recycle, what's up? Retrozone Neon. So we'll do Pikmin, and then we got another giveaway, and then we got who the fuck are we? What's up? Then we got Eddie coming in. 20, count them, 20 giveaways tonight. Holy smokes! Good luck to everybody. I am dusting off the Toronto Blue Jays hat tonight for one reason and one reason only, and you guys know what that is. My homie, my sidekick, the other half of Toys Alive, Crumbs Blunt, reps Toronto, which means I rep Toronto. I want Crumbs here. I do have our from Bootleg Toyco, Bam. I would be remiss if I didn't recognize Crumbs, and we all didn't recognize Crumbs. This was never been a a one-man show. I mean, it's been a one-man show up until recently, the last 20 episodes or whatever. But the first 80 something was me and Crumbs, and that's something that will always be a part of this show. It'll always be memorable for me. It will be memorable for everybody, I think. I tried to put out some of those clips today, just some old ones. Crumbs was so good at that, man, of putting out those clips. If you kind of look through the last few weeks or last couple months, actually, of the thread, there's not a whole lot of stuff going on there besides of posts of what's going on for the week. Crumbs was really brains behind the video and whatnot. So when you see Crumbs, if you see him in some chats, you see him in the room tonight, Mr. Ordinary, what's up? Give him a shout, man. This is as much to do with him as it is to me. And it means a lot. I mean, it's something that we always, we never expected to do 100, let alone 100 in a row, let alone 80 something in a row with when Crumbs was here. So let me get that light out of the way. There we go. See, my neck was better too. But there were definitely weeks where I couldn't make it, and if Crumbs wouldn't have been here, then Yo-Yo Dine, what's up? If Crumbs wouldn't have been here, the show would have stopped, or the streak would have stopped. There were weeks when he couldn't be here and I took over. There were weeks when we both couldn't be here, so we tried to make it work somehow. But like I said, this is truly, the last couple months have been solo, but before that, there were countless hours of discussions, of work, of research between Crumbs and I, and that should not go unnoticed at all. Like I said, this 100 is just as much his as it is mine. We're going to try to bang out another 100 at least, and just kind of see what happens. But anyways, if you see Crumbs around, love you, brother. Like I said, huge part of this show, will always be a part of this show, always has been a part of this show. And, I hope he's doing well, man. I really do. I know that he posted something recently, a little Crumbs video, a little unboxing, which was cool to see. It was, you think that thing's going in fast forward, but it's not. It's just his regular tone, man. And that's Crumbs for you. So all hail to Crumbs, just as Jazzwiz said. If you see him, congratulate him as you have congratulated me. I certainly appreciate it. It means a lot. So here we go. Let's get going, man. Pikmin's vinyls, when you are ready, my bro, you let me know. You're good to go. All right, here we go. Pikmin's vinyls, here we go. Yes. What is up?
Happy 100.
Dude, thank you very much. Oh, first of all, what mask is that?
I want to say it's an Eyes Wide Shut mask. I got it many, many years ago when I was living in Manhattan. It was in an event called Sleep No More, and it just sort of lives at my work desk now.
Nice. Well, thank you for the congratulations. I should congratulate you right back for 5,000.
Well, thank you, sir.
Man. Dude, you have been at this, and shame on me for not knowing how long you've been at this, but your account goes back way further than just toys. It seems like there was a whole, it's funny, man. If you go all the way back to the beginning of your thread, there's over 5,000 posts in there. So that's a lot of scrolling.
Yeah.
But when you go through, you can kind of see it transform from one style of account to another style of account to another style. And gosh, man, what year do you think? I couldn't really pinpoint it because every time I went back and I said, "Oh, there looks like the first sculpt." You scroll back even more, and there's more sculpts in there. So you tell me, how long have you been at this?
So we started Pikmin's. I started it with my best friend Mike, who's still very much a part of it. He just tends to be the silent half of it, but he does all of the artwork. We started this back in very late 2014, early 2015. So it's been just about a solid decade doing Pikmin's. And then before that, I had a solid like 8 years in the makeup effects world. So
Wow. So let's start there, man. The special effects. Now, I think I messaged you and told you there was some work in there that is it is so gory, man. Especially the stuff with the hands, dude. There is some stomach turning stuff, and this, the way that you set them up too is where it looks like there was an accident, and
Yep. The
so
the
the
hand, by the
yeah.
way, the hand is my sister's hand, and I will still get messages from her about the phantom pain she felt in her hand because obviously, I wasn't really cutting her hand open,
Yeah.
but her being in the room and seeing it happen, she'll still be like, "Hey, you remember when I cut my hand open and I could feel it?"
Oh God, dude. And so was that your now was that a career for you? Because that seems way too good to be just a like a little side hobby.
It was it was my main well, I mean, like so many artists, I had a day job, but it was my main pursuit for, I would say, again, a solid decade before I got into toys. uh was studying for like a solid 2 years and learning everything that I needed to learn.
Hmm.
And then I hit the ground running. I did student films, I did music videos, I did some commercials,
Hmm.
basically a lot of stage work where they were just like, "Hey, can you make this weird demonic cake puppet?" And I was like, "Yeah, why not?" And they're like, "Okay, it
That's what
needs
you
to
do all the
spray
time.
frosting." And I'm like, "Yeah, okay, I can do that. Why not?"
So was that just kind of a natural progression into sculpting, or did sculpting come before? Uh,
Sculpting's always been a part of it because even when I was doing the effects, a lot of it was sculpting the appliances, sculpting the mask pieces or the wound,
sure.
making a mold and then casting it in foam latex or silicone.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
So it was a very, very natural progression to jump right from effects into toys.
Yeah, and you can kind of see that through your posts where you kind of go from 3D or not 3D, but uh, that type of sculpting right into toys. What is it about toys that made you just kind of switch? I don't see a lot of the special effects stuff now. Are you still doing that?
I'll do it occasionally. My partner, Sparkle Fairy slash Ruth, she's a face and body painter. So
Mm,
whenever she runs into something where she needs an appliance or a prosthetic piece, I'll either lean in and consult, or she'll just be like, "Hey, can you do this for me?" Or come Halloween time, I'll just be like, "Hey, I'm gonna take half my face off tonight."
so, what was it about toys in particular that made you? I mean, obviously, there's always been a love of toys there, man. Um, what was it that made you kind of make the jump and say, you know what, toys are going to be, one of my main things now?
Long story short, obviously a long time ago now, very, very suddenly, my dad passed away.
Mm,
And I kept trying to get back into it, and I didn't have the stomach to jump back into a lot of blood and gore.
sure.
And as a weird happenstance, a very old friend of mine, Mike, who works at the hospital that my dad was at, I ran into him for the first time in a long time the night my dad died, and we reconnected, and then started talking about some of his designs and if I could sculpt them and what that would look like. And one thing led to another, and it was just sort of like, you know what? I can't really jump back into gore. Let's try making toys.
Yeah.
And it wasn't long after that I jumped in. I posted some of my first casts, and I think one of the first people right off the bat, weirdly, I heard from Tim, Extra Truck Estriel.
ETC, correct, right?
And in his very Tim way, he was basically like, "Hey man, your stuff's good. It could be a lot better. If you want help, say the word."
Hmm.
Like, he didn't push it on me by any means, but he was basically like, "Listen, it doesn't suck. Do you want help?"
It doesn't suck.
And I'm sure that wasn't exactly what he said, but that was totally the vibe. And looking
Yeah.
back, I appreciate that.
Yeah, sure. And Gosh, man, I want to say on your post, what year was that? Was that 2012-ish or 2015-ish?
That was probably end of 2014, beginning of 2015.
2015, gotcha. Um, and then Mastercasters came around. I mean, I don't know how many people have seen that, dude, but you're on that.
Yep.
And what was that like, dude? That was really one of my very first, gosh, I would guess, I want to say documentary, but it was more of just, it was more than that. You know what I mean? It was my first look into what all this is. Um, how did that come about for you?
That was right place, right time for
Mm.
me. Thanks to Tim. He and I'm sure there were other people involved in putting it together, but we're putting together of essentially a bunch of newbie casters to get a booth at Decon. And we all went together that year. It was myself, Tim, Random Skull Productions, New
Mm.
Transylvania, Monsterfoot Creations. I know there were other people there, but I'm blanking out. And yeah, we all had a booth. We all shared a hotel room, and they basically just came by the booth at that point and were like, "Hey, you guys are new. Do you want to do interviews for this?
Oh, wow.
Like, what are your thoughts on the scene? Let's talk to you about it."
Yeah, that's awesome. Did you say New Transylvania?
Yeah.
God, what a great dude. I love that guy.
Oh man, he's such a good dude.
Yeah, really cool stuff, man. I was just putting some stuff away the other day and came across a whole row of his pieces, man. So good.
Yeah,
The droids that he's doing are so good.
I've got some of his early stuff that I'm shame on me for blanking on the name of it, but it was a tree monster with magnet articulated arms and a
Mm.
Bigfoot with a giant mallet, and those two, right? I think those were some of the first pieces that I got that I looked at and I was like, oh holy crap, I need to up my game. Like this is beautiful. I need to jump up my level of work.
Dude, so let's talk about your level of work real quick, man. I was talking to somebody the other day and I was saying, there is not a lot of artists out there that I can think of. I mean, I think if I dug deep enough and thought long and hard enough, I'd be able to find some. But there are not a lot of artists out there that are doing 100% original, hand sculpted, articulated action figures. Um, there's no kit bashing, there's no using other parts. Um,
Yeah, one of the very few instances where I will occasionally use other parts is like if I need an accessory and I have a moment of like, yeah, that accessory will work. I don't feel like sculpting a flamethrower.
yeah, yeah. Um, is that have you ever gosh, I don't even know how to phrase this, man, because I don't want to make it look like the other stuff is not as good because everything out there is awesome. Is there a reason that you concentrate strictly on original work, original sculpts? Is it just does it mean that much more to you when it's all from the ground up?
It's a little bit that it has meaning to me. It's a little bit that it's my background. I come from a traditional sculpture background from doing the effects work, so it's just the way my brain works.
Yeah.
And I've had a conversation with a few people like Ocular Rhombus, where it's like, and even Resin Blood. I don't understand how their kit bashing brain works as well as it does. The way they can look at 10 different parts and put it together into a cohesive figure.
Hmm.
My brain works in the way where it's just like, crap, I need this part. I've got to sculpt it.
Yeah, gotcha, man. Um, it's definitely cool, man. Like I said, there's not a lot of people that I can think of that are out there doing, 100% sculpted stuff. Um, gosh,
Which
man,
is
what has
which
been
is
your?
also
Yeah, go ahead.
which is also part of the reason why there are also like big chunks of dead period where it'll be like 2 or 3 months at a time where it's like there's nothing, and it's because I'm sculpting it. I
Gotcha.
hit that point where it's just like, I don't want to release the same old stuff. I'm going to work on this one new thing until it's perfect.
Yeah. Um, does that ever now, being that you're doing all original stuff, man, and that kind of answers it right there, where the time frame doesn't really sound like it's an issue with you. Like you said, if you needed a new part, you just sculpt it. Um, does it ever? do you ever get the temptation to say, you know what, I need a leg for this, and this leg over here from this guy would be absolutely perfect. I'm going to use that.
I've definitely had that temptation. I had that temptation recently when I was considering putting something together for WTF.
WTF, man. Let's talk about that real quick, dude. How is that going? I know you are definitely in it, correct?
Yep, I'm 100% in. And even up to the point that I signed up, I was considering maybe doing my first kit bash, and then something else hit me that I was like, oh no, I can sculpt this in time. Okay, never mind.
So you just started sculpting again.
Yep.
That's awesome, though, man. That's going to be a great show. All the videos and everybody who's out there in the chat right now, everybody who's doing those videos, those are so damn good.
I've got one lined up, and the challengers better be ready.
I love it, dude. I love it. I was talking to Lab Monkey last night, and we were kind of talking about just the energy that the show has already. And it's amazing, man. It is something, it's going to be really cool. So obviously I think the requirement is it has to be original character.
Yep.
What kind of scale are you looking? What is your favorite scale to work in?
Oh man, that's an excellent question and a tough one. I've been having a lot of fun with the classic like Ninja Turtle scale, the almost 5.5, but in the weird classic Playmates poses. But minifigures will always be my favorite. Which is, I don't want to give too much away, but I'm going very classic minifigure direction.
Nice, very nice. But you've also done 3.75 range. I think the first piece I got from you was a 3.75 articulated figure. And I want to say that was from AR a couple of years ago, maybe.
Yeah, I did 3.75. It's been this weird jump of progression. For a long time, I did almost strictly minifigures. And then 3.75 was a challenge to myself to be like, okay, can I do this same thing and make it articulated in a 3.75 scale? And then, obviously, because there has been such a boom over the past 4 to 5 years of new creators, and a lot of them work at 3.75, I hit a point where it was like, man, I need to stand out a bit more. I'm going to make it bigger.
Sure. Yeah, I think that's, you're right, man. There's a lot of 3.75 artists out there. Man, I love the 3.75 scale. It just screams classic action figure to me.
Yeah, no, same. And I keep, even now, like I have a handful of 3.75 projects planned that feel like, on one hand, it feels like a step backwards, but on the other hand, they'll be better, so it's still progressing.
Gotcha. Yeah. Now the sculpting, man, how far back does that go just in your life generally, man? Is that something that you've always done?
Yeah, I've been sculpting pretty much since early high school. I know one of the first things I challenged myself to do was make a couple of custom Star Wars heads. So I custom sculpted an Anakin head without the helmet because I needed Darth Vader's helmet to come off. So of course, I cut up a Darth Vader head and made it into a removable helmet and gave him an Anakin head. Did the same with a Boba Fett because I had an old concept art book with a helmetless Boba Fett.
Right.
And that was very much the start of toy stuff for me. And toys never went away. I'm on my computer because it is much more reliable than my phone for streaming, but let me do the best pan I can so you can see the degree of like, there are toys.
Oh, wow.
Everywhere.
Holy smokes.
And it's just because I've always been a toy fan, so, which is another reason why it was such a natural step into making toys. It was like, well, man, I love toys. Why not just make them?
Right, man. And in a room like that, it kind of reminds me of Ocular Rhombus, right? When you're in a room like that, there's so many figures around. How can you not just get the knack to want to build something of your own or throw something together, which kind of leads me to my next question, man. You mentioned that Tim from ETC kind of reached out when you were just starting and saying, "Hey, do you need any help with, I'm here for help if you need it." Now that you've been doing this for so long, man, do you ever see yourself in those same shoes saying, "Here's a new guy and I obviously know what's wrong with, with what's going on. They're frustrated on fill in the blank, whatever it is. Maybe you have the solution." Do you ever think to yourself, "Man, I remember when that was happening to me." And do you ever get the urge to reach out and say, "Here's my 2 cents for you"?
There have definitely been some occasions. However, I always preface it to people. This is something that I think is personally hilarious because I have no idea how I earned the nickname Professor. It just sort of happened at some point along the line. I think it was just the natural pairing of like the alliteration of Professor Pikmin.
Yeah.
But for having the nickname Professor, I am really, really terrible at explaining things. So I oftentimes will be like, "Listen, I'm gonna attempt to help you, but I will warn you now, I'm very bad at instructions. So if I skip a vital step, forgive me." And then after the fact, they'll be like, "Hey man, I did it, and this went wrong. Do you know why?" And I'll be like, "Oh yeah, that's my fault. I forgot to tell you to do X, Y, and Z."
Gotcha. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's cool that you've been in it for so long that, like you said, you've been doing it for over, just about 10 years now. And I think that boom came in, just like you said, 4-ish years ago.
Yeah, it really
So you've
did.
been here, yeah, double the amount of time that anybody else has. Per toys in the house. What is up, my guy? Made it. Look at that.
And man, I gotta say something about the boom specifically too.
Yeah.
Is, man, the amount of freaking talent that
Oh,
has shown up in this scene because of that boom. I don't think the community would be where it is now if it weren't for that boom.
you're right. You're 100% right, dude. And if it wouldn't have been for that, um, what would everybody else from that boom be doing right now? We'd be doing something. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? But you're right, man. I think that when we look back on it, a few more years down the road, and we kind of look at the whole history of the thing, um, you see this major heartbeat, in 2020, 2021. And so far it's carrying out, dude. I think that, a lot of people popped up during that time. And that just led to other people seeing it and people who maybe weren't into it, at all. There's been some people in the comments right now who said that, or just all day, or I mean, all show have been saying that they wouldn't have been into this if it wasn't for somebody else. You know what
I
I mean?
see Kyle Kerwin saying he would be in jail.
um, it's crazy though, man. And you're right. The level of talent that is out there, and honestly, dude, I feel like that is the number one motivator for me for the show is that there are so many artists out there with incredible talent in so many different areas. It is an absolute shame for people around the world to not know about it, to not know that it exists or how good it really is or how great these people really are.
And
Uh,
I've learned just from this show, I've learned about so many artists that I wouldn't have known about otherwise.
Likewise, likewise, man. I'm doing a show next week with with Tim with ETC for his Space Squatch show, and there's been
Yeah,
people that have been reaching out to me to be on the show that I've never met before, so that'll be cool. Um,
I've got my space squatch on its way. I'm excited.
nice. Are you in that show?
I'm not in the show, but I've got one
Okay.
coming from Tim. I'm just excited about it.
Nice. That's awesome, man. Yeah, those are great. I have a version one, just a blank all glow one, so I need to get that painted
Yeah,
myself.
I got the same thing. I got the orange glow.
Very cool. Um, So, anyways, going back to so you've always been collecting toys as a collector now, not just as an artist, but as a collector. You still buy and collect stuff.
Yep, I still buy and collect stuff from. My problem is I don't have a focused collection. So I will buy a little bit of everything,
Yeah,
every line, whether it's you know factory produced lines that you can find in Target or designer stuff. It's just basically any stuff that catches my eye. It's an immediate, ooh, I
sure.
need that.
Sure. What was your go-to growing up as far as collecting?
It was definitely a mix of Motu and Ninja Turtles.
There you go, man.
There is an ages old story that has come up a lot recently where when I was very, very young, my go-to was Motu, like unquestionably
Mm,
Motu.
mm.
And then I had freaking everything. And then I started to get into Ninja Turtles, and my dad kind of put his foot down and was like, "You can't collect two toy lines. If you're gonna start collecting Ninja Turtles, all your Motus got to go."
Wow.
And I was like, "Okay, fine." And I did it. I got rid of all of it, and I got all of the Ninja Turtles to replace it. So the running joke with Motu Origins now has just been like, "Look, Dad, I've got two toy lines. What do you think of that now?"
Yeah. Are you collecting Origins?
Oh yeah.
What's the Origins? Yeah,
Oh yeah.
man. As far as the collecting goes, at least out here in California on the West Coast, man, the variety that we ended up getting out here was just absolutely pathetic. Hurt Toys can subscribe to that message because we looked together forever for certain things and just never saw them. There's stuff out here or in that line that we just never got.
And you know, I did the Eternia. I backed Eternia, so I've got that
Mm.
sitting, massive thing sitting in front of me right now.
Oh my god! Have
Which,
you put it together yet?
yeah, and I even that led to excuse me, the follow up to that story. I had to, upon assembling it, I had to call my mom and be like, "Okay, just level with me. Be honest. I am an adult. I can take it." Did you and Dad ever care about me about me having two toy lines, or did you just want me to get rid of the massive thing that was Eternia? And she was like, "Oh God, I have no idea. You'd have to ask your father. Do you want me to put the urn on?"
Oh man, that's one way to do it. It's just say, yeah, you can't collect two. You got to get rid of all this stuff, man, to get more stuff in here.
And as an adult, now that I have Eternia sitting in my toy room now, I'm convinced the entire reason was they were like, "We got to get that massive freaking playset out of this house."
Dude, as a parent, I that's a great idea. What a phenomenal idea to get in
Right?
and clear some shit out.
It's genius. But that it's interesting because that all equally ties back into my love of monsters, because
yeah,
I really accredit my first true love of monsters to the moment that my aunt gave me the Bebop action figure from the original Ninja Turtles line. And my initial reaction was being terrified of it because it was a warthog monster and I was a little kid. And then I actually looked at it and I was like, "Oh man, this is really fun. This is gorgeous."
Yeah.
And that's just led me down a rabbit hole of monsters.
Yeah. That's what I was going to get into next, man, is, um, gosh, dude, I'd like to say that you have a lot of monster based stuff, which I think you do. But then there's also a lot of other stuff um, that is just so one off, dude. The Wheeler that you had from the freaking Oz movie just recently, dude. I have never seen that done, and what a crazy character. That's one movie that I only saw a couple times, and I think I only saw it a couple times because it was weird as shit to me, right?
Yep.
And there were some weird characters, and that was one of them, man. That was gosh, dude. You're obviously into monsters and fantasies, also by your tattoos. We didn't even talk about those yet.
Yeah, actually, I think the last time we saw each other in person, I was getting a tattoo from Eddie.
Yes, you were. And was it, dude? I swear to God, it must have been like, what time was it?
God, it was like
late, dude.
Yeah, it was. It was like 9 or 10 o'clock after closing assembly required.
After closing, that's right. And then O'Keefe went after you.
Yeah, that's right.
And that was like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. Holy shit!
Because I was getting ready to take off right as O'Keefe was getting in the chair.
That's right. That's right. Eddie, what an animal, dude! Holy smokes!
Yeah, I blame him for the fact that I've gone from like that spider head to like a full fucking thing arm.
Yeah, you got to start somewhere, dude. Let's talk about shows or conventions real quick because I have seen you at Assembly Required the last couple times. What's your take on shows just in general? As far as, do we need more? What do you think about the ones that are out there? Do we need bigger ones? You've been around forever, man, and you've seen probably a plethora of shows. Just what's your quick and dirty about shows?
Oh man, I think honestly, I like the small ones. I like the small ones. I liked Designer Con when it was smaller and you felt like you could actually go around and talk to the artists in a single go, as opposed to feeling like a massive, almost San Diego Comic-Con like event where
Sure.
for independent artists, it's great for networking. It's amazing for networking. But if you're going to get a booth, then man, you got to be really sure you're going to be making back that booth money or have money to throw around.
Yeah.
I would rather take the risk on like a $200 to $300 table in a small convention with a bunch of independent artists.
Sure. As opposed to something like Designer Con where you have all kinds of stuff. Is that what you're
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree, dude. It's
And
just yeah.
And I don't necessarily think that it needs to like have a focus of toys by any means. Like assembly is a great example of like you've got toy artists, you've got comic artists, you've got wood artists, you've got all sorts of toy mediums. You've got 3D printed, you've got injection molded, you've got hand sculpted, you've got kit bashed, you've got bootleg, you've got everything there.
Yeah.
And even the toy artists have other things that they do.
Right.
Like, Eddie's got paintings, and Death and Strawberries and Kerfloss have not only toys, but then they have their sculpting wax and stuff like that. And it's I think it's really interesting when it's small enough that you can actually walk around from an artist perspective
Sure.
and talk to the other artists and get that connection and see what other artists are doing.
Great point, man. Really great point. And I think that's something that people really get confused about when it comes to this community and these shows. You do have, Designer Con, but Designer Con, there's a very limited amount of artists that do what you do in that show, especially in the same spot. I mean, you have the Resin Alley, right, which is, let's say 10-ish artists, but that's in a sea of other disciplines, if you will, right? So you're right, dude. It's the assembly required show, even though it's a really small venue, it is a very focused show, I would say, right? You have like 35 artists doing not the same thing, but under the same umbrella for sure. And yeah, I'm sure that's great as an artist where you kind of get to I mean, at an assembly required, you can actually leave your booth and still see your booth, right?
Yeah, exactly. and it is honestly one of the only cons that I've worked where there is no fear in looking to the booth next to you and being like, hey man, I'm going to run outside. Can you keep an eye on shit for me? And chances are they're going to hype your shit harder than you did.
Yeah, for sure. No, I agree, man. And that's, I mean, it is shoulder to shoulder in there, but what a great experience, not just for collectors and fans, but for artists too. So you got the WTF working right now. You had some other sculpts going on. What's on the docket for you in the coming, let's say, in the next couple months?
So I've got the rest of the Monster Squad line coming up. We've got Gilman. I've got Gilman sitting right here.
So good.
Gilman's coming up April 19th. He drops along with a re-release of Wolfman because why not?
Hey, when you release a new one, dude, that actually makes a lot of sense to release the old ones as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And this is the second one you said?
Yep, second one, and they're in every other month. So it's June is going to be the Mummy, August is Frank, and then October is Dracula.
October is Dracula. Okay.
Which felt very appropriate.
Absolutely.
Like any of the monsters would be appropriate, but I really looked at it and I was like, okay, let's put Dracula for Halloween.
Yeah. And what a great line, dude. And what's the scale? So if you could hold the other one up again, man. So this is all 100% original sculpt, molded, casted by you, painted by you, articulated by you.
Yeah, it has really, really nice, tight articulation.
I like it.
Which,
Yeah.
which again, again, coming back to some of the new artists, I don't think my articulation would be as on point as it was if it weren't for some of the new artists giving me some tips on how they do it. So
yeah. Yeah, exactly, man. And on the flip side of that too, I think there are some artists that have been out for a long time who sometimes you get some of their pieces, and you can tell it's just not up to par with some of the newer stuff, which I think is really interesting, man. I think that really speaks to the level of talent that people have, um, even as far as figuring stuff out on their own, you know. But the good thing about this place here is that there's usually if you ask, someone's going to tell you, you know what I mean. And if not, and even if they don't want to tell you, that's completely fine. You can look up, I mean, with the way the internet is today, you can look up almost anything and try to figure out a version that'll work for you.
Yeah, and I know this is a conversation that's been had a lot, but I definitely remember when I was starting off, even before Tim reached out to me, there were a few things, excuse me, that I reached out to people about.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a great question. I will get to that in a second.
Perfect. I didn't want to interrupt you, dude. I knew you'd read it. Okay, cool.
But yeah, no, there were a few things that I reached out to people about very early on. I was like, hey man, I'm trying to figure out, I don't remember exactly what, but I know it ended up being like a venting issue. And I was like, I'm trying to figure out how to do this. Let me know what's up. And their response was point blank, I figured it out myself. Why can't you? And I experienced a lot of that early on, and it drove me crazy. And I'm very glad that it still exists a little bit, but for the most part, anyone in the community now is like, oh yeah, you want to know how I did that? There you go.
Yeah. And I mean, you know, there's still some craftsmanship, right? That has to happen. Even if you know the formula, you still got to make it happen. And just because you know the formula doesn't mean you're going to make it happen, which I think is also cool. There's so much variation in everything that you guys do. You could, someone could tell you their process and you could try to go and duplicate it, and it's still going to be different no matter what. You know what
exactly, I mean? Because it's a different artist doing it.
Exactly, man. So the Muppets, dude, let's talk about those.
Yeah, I've got a long history of doing. I have a big love of Henson stuff. That I would say that goes almost hand in hand with my toy stuff. It's tough to see, but I have a shelf of Muppets over there. So I would say yes, because I always go back to Henson at some point. I've been looking at potentially a long time ago, I did a series of Skeksis minifigures that I've always been tempted to go back and finish. I love Gonzo. I know a lot of people that saw me at Assembly Required noticed I was point blank rocking Gonzo's outfit. So there is a very high likelihood.
How did I miss that? I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, I will very often just pick out completely Muppet inspired outfits now because of owning that Gonzo outfit.
That's funny.
But yeah, no, more Muppets are definitely going to happen. It's just a question of when, because I very much have a scatterbrain, and unless I lay it out like I've done with the Monster Squad figures, I'll get distracted and start working on other things, and then come back and be like, oh yeah, I was going to work on that other sculpt.
Yeah.
I blame artist brain.
Is that pretty common for you to have more than one project going on at a time? I mean, that seems pretty consistent with almost every artist I talk to, whether it be just kind of in the thought phase or maybe, laying out some card back graphics or something like that. But it seems like there's always more than one thing going on at a time.
Oh, yeah. I mean, right now, just off the top of my head, I've got WTF. I'm working on the sculpt for the mummy for the Monster Squad line. I'm getting all of the Gillman painted for the drop on the 19th.
Wow.
I'm laying out packaging designs for a few pieces that I haven't shown yet. Laying out packaging designs for a few friends.
Wow.
working on a couple of re-releases that just needed new packaging. That it was like, okay, I've got a gap in the schedule. Why not re-release McCready in new packaging?
Sure, dude. You know what? That reminds me. I didn't have something. Hold on one second here. This the packaging, dude. Let's talk about the packaging real quick because you're not just bagging stuff up and throwing a header on it. Which is, don't get me wrong, anybody who out there who does that, that's great packaging. I love it. I mean, I don't want to say some packaging is better than none packaging because I love buying pieces when it's just the piece too.
And
But
I do, you have to dig into the shop, but like if you look through my shop, I do still have things that are bagged and tagged.
yeah, exactly. These right here, I mean, I think there's different levels of packaging, obviously, as well, right? You have the no packaging, you have, bagged with a header. And then we have this stuff that you're doing, dude. You are doing full boxes, colored boxes with all your own original graphics, all that stuff. I know it seems like a lame question to say, why do you do that? I think it's great, but tell me what's behind the packaging for you. What is it about the packaging where you need to go above and beyond like that? Because I think it really is.
So it's kind of two parts. The first part is, again, standing out from the crowd because so many people do card backs. And there are only so many variations of a card back that you can have before it gets to a point of like, oh, look, it's a Star Wars style. Oh, look, it's a G.I. Joe style. And
Right.
even, and that's not a blanket statement because I do still see a lot of really unique card backs, but they're still card backs. That, and at the end of the day, getting the card backs made, getting the bubbles, getting everything isn't as cost effective for me as designing the packaging, getting the packaging printed up, and assembling it.
This is a great one right here, man.
Thank you.
Clowns from Outer Space. Dude, the packaging on that is so rad. The piece on this, oh my goodness, even better. Look at that. Whoo! That's wild.
That's part of what led to the boxes. Was that guy? I hit a point where I was getting ready for assembly required, and I needed to bang something out very quickly.
Yeah.
And I threw together the boxes. The quickest I've thrown together, I think, any boxes. And that came out, and immediately it was like, oh man, that actually looks really nice. I think I'm going to switch more to boxes.
They're great, dude. I mean, and they're great.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm looking to see what other. I've got so many of the like early print prototype boxes up here. I did the Birkin box, which this is one of the few cases where I don't think there's any original artwork on here. I totally ripped off the Japanese Biohazard 2 PlayStation case.
Oh.
And I superimposed the Birkin in there instead because it's usually the zombie.
There you go. Very nice. Speaking of the killer clowns, this one you were kind enough to send as a giveaway.
Yes, indeed.
For this here show, man. And we are going to give this away here momentarily. Tell me about this guy real quick, man. This is obviously, it is articulated. You have kind of like the ball socket there, which fits in nice and tight. Articulated. Very nice. Also on the other arm. Also on the head. Bam. Fits nice and tight, dude.
And that
the legs articulated too? No.
That one I it got to a point where the mold was almost dead, and I had to cut the leg articulation if I wanted to get anything out of it.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
But at the same time, they're super pretty and their arms and head move, so it was like, it's worth it with the new packaging.
Yeah. Definitely.
And honestly, do the clown's legs really need to move?
They don't.
When do you see them sitting?
They don't, man, and that's something that we always kind of talk about too. Is leg articulation? Do you need it? I don't know. I mean, I guess if you want it, it would be. It's you know, as as a collector and trying to display stuff, like I wouldn't display a figure sitting down. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So
there would
it's
be very few occasions where
yeah.
I would have someone sitting like just looking around my room. I have uh, the NECA Pale Man from the Pan's Labyrinth in
Oh
his
yeah, gotcha.
in his chair, and that's I think the only instance I can see someone sitting down with my toys. Yeah, no, that's absolutely I can like him and the Emperor. Who else needs to sit down?
That's true. Buddha. Michael George says Buddha. That Buddha.
Okay, that's fair.
Actually,
That's fair.
yeah.
Yeah, Buddha needs to sit down.
Sarah Booth has been summoned. She loves Killer Clowns from Outer Space. That's awesome. Kyle Kerwin only has leg articulation. That's a huge problem. I swear, brother. Yeah, I feel you on that.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting to that point.
Yeah. Ren and Stimpy, dude. So I was talking to, gosh, who was it? The other day, I was talking to somebody about you, and we were talking about Ren and Stimpy. Um, and somebody brought up Log, and I was like, you know what, man? I think that's the first piece that I got from him was Log. Um,
Since the
what is it with Ren
beginning,
and Stimpy, dude? Ren and Stimpy is great. I mean, it was a little bit past. I don't know. I mean, I was born in '79, man. So do the math, and I mean, I'm kind of like right there. I thought it was great when it came out.
yeah,
Um, I don't have any pieces besides Log of Ren and Stimpy, at least that I know of.
I
Uh,
think I don't even know where it is, but I think maybe I have the old Palisades toys, Mr. Horse. But
oh
that's
yes,
like the extent of my I can't say is I necessarily have a deep rooted love for Ren and Stimpy. I accredit this entirely to one night very early on in Pikmin's. I was very, very intoxicated. Uh, I grabbed my phone and I hit up Mike. I was like, "Hey man, what if we made Log?" And he was like Log from Ren and Stimpy? I'm like, yeah, let's make them all. Let's just make logs. And he was like, that's kind of genius. And I was like, I don't know if it's genius or idiotic, but I'm gonna try it. And I looked at because Palisades Toys had released, I think, 3 logs along with their figures,
mm,
with the intention to eventually do all of them. So I
mm,
looked at the Palisades logs. Uh, I based my sculpt heavily on that one with the idea of continuing on the line. And then it just exploded. And very early on, I think within the first 2 years of Pikmin's, thanks to Benny Klein at Tenacious Toys, 100% a name drop because he is amazing.
nice.
He pulled me in. He was basically like, hey, man, I've got my Tenacious booth at Comic-Con. If you want to put some pieces in there, the only thing I ask is that I can put you to work. And like you gotta help get the booth set up and torn down. Like I need the manpower. And I'm like,
Yeah,
sold, done.
yeah, for sure.
And then halfway through the day, he leans over and he's like, hey man, you know Bob Camp's on the other side of the con. Why don't you go give him some logs? And from the moment I talked to Bob Camp about the logs, we were just like, I guess we're making logs forever now. Because he got excited. I tried to like give them to him, and he's like, no, you're an artist. You made these things. Let me give you money for them. I don't
Yeah,
care. Like, I don't care that I created them. You made these.
yeah.
And we eventually it was like, I can't take your money, dude. And he's like, well, then what prints do you want?
Oh wow.
And he gave me a bunch of Bob Camp prints.
Oh, that's awesome.
And he was so freaking supportive of it.
Yeah.
And anyone that came by, he was like, do you see these? They're selling logs on the other side of the con.
Wow.
And yeah, anytime I think I'm done making logs, without fail, someone will be like, hey man, are you still making logs?
Well, and that's what was funny about whoever I was talking to said that they had bought a log from you like years ago. And I'm just like, man, I haven't been doing this that long. And I said, I think it was a assembly required. One of my first one was 2 years ago. So it couldn't have been that long. So I said, I think he's probably still making them.
Let me see if I can. I don't know if you'll be able to see this. This is, sometimes I'll frame things and stick them on my wall. There is the 2015 New York Comic Con exclusive officer log with suspect log.
Wow.
Signed by Bob Camp.
That's awesome, man. God, 2015, dude. That's almost 10 years ago already.
God, isn't that insane?
That is insane, man. What do you say we give away this killer clown?
Hell yes.
Hell yes. All right. Killer clown up for grabs right now. Thank you, everybody who responded to the giveaway this week. That was, I don't want to say by far, but that's the most entries we've had into a giveaway so far. I believe there was, we're about to check right now, but I think there was 50 something, 52-ish. 106 comments. That's pretty dang good. Thank you, everybody, for that.
That's a lot of comments.
I'm sorry, 132 comments. My bad. It just refreshed. Yeah, it was cool. Looks like I got everybody. Tone was the last one, checking in at number 52. Awesome. All right, so Killer Clown from Outer Space, created, sculpted, molded, casted by the Professor Pikmin. And I like, you know what, dude? Did you start wearing the lab coat after people started calling you Professor?
The lab coat was a holdover from when I would work makeup effects gigs, because I so often got covered in fake blood that I got myself a bunch of lab coats because I wanted to look the part of the mad scientist.
Nice.
And then once I started in with Pikmin's, God, yeah, this is insane to think about, but I guess Rick and Morty started way back when in 2015. Because one of the days of that Comic-Con, I just threw together the lamest Rick cosplay possible because I was like, I got to do something. So I had the lab coat on, and I think that's probably when it started.
Gotcha. All right, here we go. I'm going to share my screen real quick. Share screen to the wheel picker. Here.
And Stormico, yes, it was.
All right, here we go. Good luck, everybody, for the Killer Clown from Outer Space by Pikmin's Vinyl. 52 numbers this week. The winner is, the wheel does this sometimes. I don't know if anybody noticed that, but sometimes it just spins for a while.
I've noticed that lately.
49. Look at that. 49. Dude, 49. You know who this is? We're going to do that, and then we're going to stop sharing.
Who we got here?
He makes Plethora.
Holy crap.
Lee.
Congratulations, Lee.
Lee, my man. Let me mark that one down. Lee from Hip Hop Toys, who was just on the show recently, who was also there getting tattooed with you, man. Look at that, dude. Get the band back together.
See, I was just texting him last night about the WTF show.
That's awesome, dude. The WTF show. I am so looking forward to that. Killer Clown, that is going to Remakes Plethora. Congratulations, my friend. And I believe his answer for the show was simply Eddie's episode. Eddie's been on a few episodes, but he may have been referring to his most recent one, which was the tour show that Eddie did.
That was a good one.
Yeah, that was a good one, man. I'd like to do more of those in the future of artist collections. Those always go over really well, man. Just going through the comments today on the giveaway post, I think probably the one by far was Jazz Wizard, and that collection tour was,
man, that's such a good collection,
dude. You know what? I got so carried away today. I was like, you know what? I need to put a clip of this on the show so we can see it, right? And I'm like, so I start going through the episode, and next thing you know, I've been watching the episode for 40 minutes going, God, dude, this was really good. And then number one, I don't know how to chop the video down. I don't know how to download it and then chop it down. Like, I'm not that proficient yet, but his dude, it must have been, I think that episode is over 3 hours long, and I think he was doing a tour for probably at least a good hour and a half.
Yeah, it was a long tour, and it was Man, every second of it was just like, oh man, look at that.
Yeah, exactly. Look at that. And then, yeah, I mean, the base of those things were on just like stacks of old school records, right? Like,
Yeah.
what the hell? Anyways,
Yeah, once I know I don't know that I've mentioned this other than like in group chats, but we're my partner and I are in the process of hunting for a house, which oh man, it's not fun, but exciting at the same time. Uh,
yeah,
but but I am very excited to potentially finally be able to have the entire collection out as opposed to really just a fraction of it in a single room.
yeah. I think that would be the same for a lot of us, man. We are relegated to one room, uh, and that's it. Um, one room's better than no rooms,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. I just want it to be a bigger room at this point.
Yeah, exactly. If it could just be a much bigger room, that would be awesome. Dude, we have just hit an hour already. If you can
Holy
believe that, dude, I
crap.
felt like we haven't even hardly talked.
Yeah, seriously, this could just go on and on.
For sure, dude. I will absolutely need to have you back. Maybe we can do some sort of collection tour, dude. You have so much cool shit in there that I saw. That would be a fun one.
Yeah, there's stuff in there that I'm sure didn't even get on camera because there's like framed stuff from remakes up on my wall. There's a whole Doc A collection up there.
Yeah,
There's like just art on every wall.
awesome. Well, maybe a future episode, dude, we could take a closer look at that.
Heck yeah.
Thank you, dude. Number one for the giveaway. I think it's funny as hell that Lee won this. You can let him know the good news. That's very cool. And I just need to get his address so I can send it to him. But truly, dude, like I said before at the beginning, there are not a lot of artists out there that are doing 100% original, hand sculpted action figures, even articulated or not, but 100% original. I think that is something that you should absolutely hang your hat on. You are few and far between, my man. You have outlasted numerous artists that I've seen come and go just in the last 4 years. You've been doing it almost 3 times as long. That is something to brag about, my dude.
Man, I appreciate that. I'm thankful every freaking day that I get to do this. It's I try to never take for granted the fact that I get to wake up every day and make toys.
What a life,
Like
dude. I mean,
seriously. And really the fact that I've been able to sustain it for 10 years and it doesn't look like it's slowing down anytime soon. That just I'm so very thankful for everyone. I'm endlessly thankful for shows like this, for what you do for the community. Do just more power to you guys too.
thank you, dude. I appreciate it, and I think it kind of goes hand in hand. If you guys weren't around, there would be no show. So I think we kind of scratch each other's back like that. But dude, thank you for coming on, man. Thank you for spending some time.
For having me.
Congrats again, 5,000 followers. I don't know if I'll ever get there on any account. That is also something to be very proud of, that 5,000 people follow you.
Man, that also feels surreal. Thank you. And
Yeah,
right back to you.
God, thank you. Thank
100
you,
is
man.
no small feat.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. And hopefully I'll be seeing you. Are you coming out to Decon by any chance?
I'm trying to make plans to at least come attend.
Okay.
I don't have any plans to exhibit, but I'm trying to get there at least to attend.
Awesome. If you do, hit me up, man. We will hang for sure.
And I'm trying to do the same for 5 points too.
Oh, sweet. See, dude, gosh, I would love to be at there at 5 points, man. That is on the bucket list for sure. Worst case scenario, man, I guess it'll be assembly required next year. I'm sure you're doing it.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely, dude. Thank you for coming on again, man. Follow Professor Pikmin. His screen, his IG is scrolling down there at the bottom. Watch for him on the WTF wrestling show coming up in a couple weeks. Get in there at the shop.
100 pounds soaking wet.
Yes, dude. I cannot wait for your video that you're going to release. Great having you on, my man. Thank you again for being on tonight.
I will come back anytime, man.
Absolutely, dude. Thank you.
Thanks.
Boom. Professor Pikmin, dude. What a great dude. And like I said, I really feel like we just barely kind of scratched the surface with what he does there. Um, Gosh, been around a long time. And like I said, I mean, you guys know, you guys have seen just as many people come and go as I have over the last 4 years. So to get on there for that many years and to still be producing is insane. Oh man, don't tell me this is happening again. Um, you guys stay put. I will be right back. Mm. All right. So you guys remember last week when the screen kind of did its own thing? The screen's kind of doing its own thing right now. So we'll have to fix this and jump back in. Oh boy, you guys just give me a minute here. We got a special guest coming up next, a mystery guest. So we'll get into that. Yo. All right. Hopefully everybody can hear me. Okay. All right. Guess I still see you in there. So just hang with me real quick, man. This is almost fixed. All right. Yeah, B on B action. The other one just dropped off finally, so I really don't know what is going on with my computer. I do have to get that fixed. Hurt Toys is probably laughing hysterically right now, like what the f are you doing? Um, Super Terrible Toys, what's going on? So computer is restarting. We'll jump in here in a minute, and then we'll get to our mystery guest, and then Eddie will come on, and we'll do and we'll get to some giveaways here. So thank you for hanging with me, everybody, during this time of failure. I appreciate it. Yeah, Hurt Toys. I knew it, dude. God dang it. So anyways, this is just firing back up again. We'll have it going here in a second, guys. I promise. But Pikmin's vinyl, yeah, you guys, if you're not following him already, please follow Pikmin's vinyls. You know, and even if you just have questions about how do you just stay in the scene for so long, I mean, you think about the creativity that you have to have, um, you know, over and over and over again. Um, you know, I'm sure that there was some frustrations in there at times. Um, you know, when either stuff wasn't selling or maybe didn't come out right. All right, here we go. I'm about to jump in here. All right, we are back. Is everybody back? Everybody's cool? Mystery guest, are you ready? Yeah, all right. Okay. Jeez Louise, man. Sorry about that, everybody. What a freaking disaster that was. All right. For my first guest tonight, here we go. Coming to the stage, Von Fake Name.
What's happening?
What is going on, my dude?
Popping that cherry. Hello, welcome to 100.
Awesome, man. What is going on, dude? You disappeared for a little while and you're back.
I'm back, baby. Better than ever.
Better than ever. Absolutely, dude. What do you got going on?
Not much. I had a few extra pieces from the show, and I figured I could pop in and say, hey, somebody take one. All right?
Somebody take one. What is it exactly that you have?
Our little punk rockers here.
Nice.
See if I can disconnect this thing.
Let me put you on full screen here. Solo layout. There we go. You're on the solo layout now.
Can you flip this thing or what?
You know what? I think there is a way to do it. I don't I don't know how to do it. But yes, there you go.
Are we right?
Oh, dude, those are great.
There's a couple. I got two there. We'll let you pick whoever wins on that one.
That is awesome. So tell me about these, man. 3.75, it looks like, yeah?
Yeah, mine. Yeah, I think it's a piece from The Office in the reaction line.
Oh, man.
I can't tell if I'm on there or not.
Yeah, there you go. Nice. Nice. So what have you been up to, dude? Where you been? What's going on?
Just fucking around, you know. As you tend to do.
Just fucking around.
Yeah. Into some shit, out of some shit.
Yeah, there you go. And you got two of them there. So 3.75. Are they dude, that is not the first thing that you donated to the show. We gave away one of your Homer pieces. Gosh, dude, that was a long time ago. I don't know who
that
won
thing was so rough.
Oh, dude, that was great though. It was really cool, man. I mean, I think the UV and glow work that you had on it was really cool. Gosh,
I do tend to stick to that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool though. I mean, you can see the pieces that you have there. I mean, nice neon fluorescent colors. Is there UV and glow on there?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, there will be. Yeah.
Very nice. Sweet. So tell me about the figure itself. Is that a new figure for you?
As soon as I made the amp, I knew I needed some guy playing guitar to go with it.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
And if you've seen Von Fake Name's videos, you know that he is very skilled in the guitar arts, man. I've noticed a lot of your not a lot of your stuff, but some of your stuff is music related, man. Is that just there's just a love for music there, so that kind of transfers over into your sculpting or your toy work as well?
There's something that come and go in life, you know what I mean? And guitar always stuck around, whether it was good or bad. Yeah, it was always there. Yeah.
Right on. That's cool. So you took a little break. You're back now.
Yeah.
What's coming up for you immediately? You got any shows that you're going to be in? You got any figures that you're working on?
The G.I. Joe show was first. Yeah, and then the WTF. And now I see everyone doing videos. I'm like, I need to go do a silly video.
Oh, I thought you'd be the first one.
I was. No one told me.
So you are doing the WTF?
Yes, I am. Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Sound a little hesitant there, man. What's going on with that?
Well, because now there's too many ideas popping around. I'm like, I could do this, okay. I could do that.
Oh man. So that's cool. Then you got the GI Joe show that's coming up in May, I believe.
Yeah.
That'll be cool.
Plenty of time to put that one to the last minute too.
What's that?
There's plenty of time to put that one to the last minute too.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Definitely blow it off until like 24 hours before.
I'll get to it on the weekend. Yeah, Friday night.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. That's awesome, man. Well, I'm glad to see you're back, dude. I was looking for your address at one point. I didn't see you, and I'm just like, dude. I was like, what did I do to Von Fake Name? Did he just straight up block the shit out of me? And then I saw you, I think, in a chat, and you said now you're just kind of taking a break for a little while. So that's cool, man. Yeah. Very glad to see you back.
Yeah, good to be back.
Let's give these dudes away. Now, are you doing 2 of them or 1 of them?
Oh, we spin once, and we'll let whoever wins can pick between the two, whatever they want.
Awesome.
Pick between
Okay,
this.
cool.
Load up on the set.
Yeah, there you go. Let me get the number generator going again. Bam. And that was to 52 again. Sweet. Let me ask you something, dude. You're, I think as far as people doing videos and just kind of cool little things, dude, you have got to be at the top or damn near the top. It seems like you always got something going on, whether it's with a figure or with music or with a mask. Where do you find time to do? I know you work like a madman. Where do you find the time to squeeze all this in?
Up until the doors close, man. That's what you do.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
It's just get it done.
Yeah.
Let's see. All right, so I'm going to let me share my screen here. Bam. All right. So the winner gets to pick which flavor they want there. So I hope the winner is in the room. Let's spin this bad boy for Mr. Bone's fake name, Punk Rocker 3.75 figure, and that's going to go to number 30. Is ba, ba, da, ba, ba, ba. Okay, so number 37 goes by the IG screen name of Nekrath, Nekrath. Their favorite episode so far was number 46, Rainbow Young. So
Nice.
We'll give that one a couple minutes. Nekrath, if you are in the room, please let us know. If you are not in the room, we're probably going to spin again for somebody that is in the room so that they can have a chance to pick while you're on air here. But Nekrath, Nekrath, if you are in the room, please let me know so you can pick the prize here. If not, we can. I'll put you back in the draw. Spin that shit again. Put you. Yeah, I'll leave their number in the spin, and then maybe they can win one of these other 20 items that we have for tonight. The Storm Coast Station. Richard Webb, is that you? Is that you, Richard Webb? Nekrath. Whoever won Nekrath. You want to hold up? You know what, dude? I'm going to put the full focus on you for a second. If you can show those choices again.
Yeah, man. I can do that.
Solo layout. There we go.
How do you flip it, though?
Boom. Okay, it is Richard Webb. Boom. Richard Webb, man, you have won. You let us know which one you would like here. Which of the punk? Oh, dude, those dinosaurs are great too. Where's my little dinosaur? I had him right up here on my desk. So Richard Webb, bam, nice, cool. God, those are both great, dude. Did you articulate those, or are they just static?
Yeah, man. They're sealed though, so you can't pop them open anymore.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
But they do articulate. They do move. Yeah.
Nice. All right. So, Richard Webb, you got your choice there. We'll say orange chest or yellow chest. You let him know what you'd like there. Pikmin. So I had your banner up there. Sorry about that. All right, Richard Webb. You can also hit up now. You're back on IG, correct?
Yeah, man.
Perfect. Whoops.
Tell him to hit me up in the DMs, and I'll send him a picture, and he can pick from there.
Yeah, there you go, Richard Webb. Hit up Mr. Von Fake Name, Mr. Fake Name on IG, and you can go and have your pick there of what you like. So congratulations on that win, dude. What else do you got, man? What's on your list? What do you got working right now?
Just the many ideas for the show. I got to get through the WTF show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that'll be awesome, man. I'm sure that's. I mean, coming up with an all original character, dude. It's one of those things where you're like, oh, that seems like it would be easy, and then you start sitting down trying to think about it, and you either have
Not
too
so
many
much.
ideas or you have zero ideas. You know what I mean?
I think the big thing is jumping into the epoxy sculpt. So I've been trying to like time sculpting with that because it sets, and you're like, okay, well, it's all done. You got to move on to the next piece.
Yeah, exactly, man. Now, are you you're just working exclusively in resin?
Yeah.
Nice. Well, those are cool, man. I like those. I can't wait to see WTF, and I really hope you make a video, dude. I think it would be freaking awesome.
I've been working it up during the week. I'm like, what kind of fucking silly thing can I do?
Oh man, they're so good, dude. I think that if we keep seeing those up until the showtime, dude, what a fantastic show that's going to be. What a great idea. But thank you, dude, for coming on tonight. Thank you for the giveaway. You're
man.
Do it again where I can keep you for a little bit longer and we can go over some of your stuff that you're making. But I definitely appreciate you coming on, dude. I am super glad to see you back. You were gone there for a minute, but he's back.
I'm back, baby. You're stuck with me.
All right,
yeah,
Richard
congrats on 100.
Webb,
Yeah, cheers to you and Crumbs and rocking it for everybody every Thursday. And yeah, appreciate you guys. Yeah,
right on, dude. Thank you, man. It's an absolute pleasure. You've been around for a while now, dude. It's really cool to see, the work that you keep coming out with. And not only that, man, but supporting the show. You've always supported the show from the get-go. You've donated, multiple giveaways, dude, and I definitely appreciate that. That helps the show be what it is, and helped us get to 100, man. So I appreciate you, dude. Thank you for coming on tonight. We will speak again. I will review the shit out of your piece at the WTF show.
Yeah, man. Thanks, brother. Okay, bro.
You got it, buddy. Take it easy, man.
Rock on.
Bam. Mr. Von Fake Name back in action. Richard Webb, hit him up and do yourself a favor and scroll back in Mr. Von Fake Name's account and see what he's got working there. Lots of cool stuff. Like I said, there was a Homer Simpson. Also, speaking of the Simpsons, I found this out today. If anybody collects Simpsons stuff and Disney stuff, specifically what I'm talking about is the reaction line. All right. If you guys are into collecting reaction figures or want some of those two lines, you better get them quick because those licenses expire at the end of April. So come May, those will not be around anymore at a Super 7 store, either in person or online. So get them while they're good. Von Fake Name, thank you again for coming on, man. What a gem that guy is. Truly, that guy's videos are something else. Let's read worst villain ever's comment. Okay. Next on the list, man. Okay, so for the rest of the show, basically, we're just doing giveaways for the rest of the show. It's already 7:25. We have to hit these giveaways pretty darn repetitiously, if you will, to get out of here in 2 hours. Do we have to get out of here in 2 hours? Probably not. Would it be nice? I don't know. Let's just do some giveaways. And to give away some stuff here, coming into the studio at the moment, Eddie, Mr. Resin Blood. You ready, Eddie Kess?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I can see you inside there.
What's up, man?
You look great.
You look better. You sound better. I just talked to you like, what, 30 minutes ago. You sound better in person than on the phone.
Great. It's been a good show.
Thank you, man. What's up with you? So first of all, let's just get this out in the open right now.
Yeah.
We got a challenge right now, and I set this challenge out maybe a week or two ago, and I thought for sure we'd hit it. We did not hit it. Bootleg Overdose, right?
Yeah.
Bootleg Overdose is going to be an amazing show on YouTube. I'm telling you, if you've seen Eddie's video work, it's that on steroids. Okay. If everybody can go to YouTube and search up Resin Blood Bootleg Overdose and subscribe. He's halfway there. He's got 25 subscribers, needs 25 more. You have to have 50 subscribers on YouTube to start putting content out there. So if you haven't subscribed to Bootleg Overdose on YouTube, please do so as soon as possible. The sooner it gets there, the sooner we can, the sooner those episodes will start coming out. Gort, yeah, good comment from Colin. That Gort, that's coming out this week. That's another banger, bro, right?
Yeah, I mean, I like I said earlier, it was an accident, but can I turn the camera? But anyway, I got one here, and yeah, and I just make stuff, and wait, real quick, the show, real quick, I was at DCon, and Janky Toys was like, "You're making so much content, you should do something with it." So I was like, and then me and Drew and Scott were throwing around going live, and we did that for a while. But I just got kind of annoyed with, not really even being able to show anything and how Instagram cuts off and everything. So anyway, but on YouTube you can't use music. You have to use public domain. So me and I got the tattoo shop upstairs and the toy stores next door, and and I'm down here making toys and painting and sculpting and doing all my stuff. And then I'm doing the shows, and then I'm friends with all these graffiti writers and street artists and other kinds of artists, people that blow glass and make stained glass. And so, and I don't really want to be an interviewer. So long story short, I just been kind of miking people up and asking them about their products at the shows and documenting stuff. There's a dude who just put out a toy book. I got a little clip with him, a couple of street artists in Philly. So it's like an art thing. It's just, so we're going to try it out. So yeah, I just made the channel and started paying attention to it. So yeah. And yeah, I got people helping me with it. My cousin does film, and yeah, so I guess we'll see.
Yeah, I'm just putting it the link, and not the link, but the what is there it is, Resin Blood Bootleg Overdose. Thank you, everybody. There's been quite a few people already who said that they just subscribed, so thank you for that.
Thank you.
Yeah, look up Resin Blood. Tarl creates. It's Resin Blood Bootleg Overdose. Make sure you put Resin Blood in there too, or you're going to get some really weird overdose.
Confused. I know.
I looked up just Bootleg Overdose, and there was like one dude who posted something
He was
about
like dead
a long time ago, and then the rest were just like legit overdose videos. And I'm just like,
yeah, I'm trying to like bring that element in.
Oh man,
dude, you know what? I made it. Like, I do think, like, even Resin Blood, like, I like the name Resin Blood, and it's just too late to change it. But I just, I make vinyl and I do other stuff too. So, you know, a little bit in my heart, I wish I didn't use the word resin, but whatever. So,
well, like you said, man, and we've talked before about this specific thing of how you definitely do more than resin. But I think you as a brand, I think the parent company, the overseer of Resin Blood and everything, needs to be Eddie Cass. Eddie Cass has a ring to it like no other. Is that an Eddie Cass? Yeah, that's an Eddie Cass. Look at that painting right there. Is that an Eddie Cass? That's an Eddie Cass. I can tell. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I sign everything Eddie Cass. So
yeah,
and that's always been the name, but the toy name kind of flew. So And whenever I bring up changing it, people are like, no. I'm like, all right. So I don't know. But,
Yeah.
and it probably will be a little edgy. Me and my boy CJ makes clothes and prints posters and puts them up on the street with We Paste. And I got a night out with him, and it is good. So I don't know. It's not. It's definitely not PG, So
No, but it's got that feel to it of your other videos that you do, man. That like kind of very fast, loud.
I try to pump a lot of information.
Yeah, and I'm assuming that's what Bootleg Overdose will be. So if you can get 30, 40, 50 minutes of that, I mean, what a freaking show, man. That's
yeah. I've been working on a lot of stuff, and I put money into a little bit of equipment. And like I said, my cousin, and sometimes I pay him. If he sits over here on his laptop for 12 hours, I give him money when he leaves because I feel bad. And like I said, we're recording the music. The guy that answers the phone and takes out the trash on the weekends, he records. He went to school for it. So, dude, I kind of play every instrument, but like not really good. But I can play drums, guitar, and bass like rock and roll style. But I have everything. There's all kinds of amps back here and everything. So we just bust everything out, and he hooks mics up to everything, and we record it. And the music, it's just heavy metal and punk and stuff, but it came out kind of funny, decent, like kind of funny. So
yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, make the music and making toys and traveling and all the goons that come by here, and so yeah.
I just want to Sir Collect a lot. Just posted something that said you're up to 43 already, dude, which is good, man. Shit, we were at 25.
I know. Thanks. 46 now. Someone just said.
There you go. 46 from Fake Name. Boom. There you go. Four more subscribers, and Bootleg Overdose is a legit YouTube thing. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks. Remember, I was like, what if I can't get them? And you're like, no, dude.
I'm like, come on.
I know. Man. I looked at yours. You have like almost 400. I was like, holy fuck. I don't know much about YouTube. It's all new.
It is, and it's new. There's a lot I don't know about it, but
and like you said, you were like, I'm still learning how to cut stuff up. Like, dude, I'm not even kidding. When I started making toys, in 2020, I did not know how to use a computer. I had an email for my iPhone, and that was what I was using my computer. That was the computer to me. So I bought a laptop, and Photoshop and Illustrator was taking forever. I was learning it, but it was just taking forever. And someone handed me Procreate one day, and then I started editing videos. And then I ended up getting like pretty good at the computer, better anyway. And I still freak out, and I'm like, I know that's the fucking password, and like, I get locked out of stuff, but it's a lot, man. The DMs, the emails, and all, and everything, trying to keep up. I don't ever want to offend nobody because I miss messages and stuff. It sucks, but yeah, like editing the stuff, it's hard, right? And I've learned a lot. And it's like, I want to do overlays, and I want it to look interesting. And I've been learning how to draw and then animate it and put it on the video. I'm in the middle of it. It's hard. It's a lot of work. So,
that's awesome.
Dude,
you're good to go.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for getting in there for the 50. Stormico Station says he was 50. That is awesome. Yeah, so Jazz Wiz. Oh shit, it's a 150 night. So it's a 100 episode, right? It's Eddie's 50 for Bootleg Overdose. It's Pikmin's Vinyls 5,000, and fucking OJ Simpson died today on the same day. I'll be a son of a bitch. How about that?
OJ died today?
Yeah.
Damn.
What do you mean, damn? You were gonna go fucking hang out with him tomorrow and shit, or what?
Damn, I'm supposed to meet up with him later. Shit. No.
Oh man. Dude,
Nah,
let's what's
I
up?
just feel like people are getting old. I just feel like actors and stuff are dying.
Well, I mean, he had prostate cancer and he was in his late 70s. I mean, I think
Oh God, Christ, he's the luckiest motherfucker on earth.
I mean, again, right? I mean, it's
Yeah,
happened more than once.
yeah.
Um,
What a
anyway,
crazy time.
it is a crazy time, man. Let's give some shit away, dude. I have two phenomenal pieces from you here.
Did you like the box?
Dude,
Cool.
I can't even really talk about that because I'm going
You
to
like
show it. I'm going to show it next week.
you like the He-Man?
Sick. I like how that one was right on top too. Right when I opened the box, I think just staring at me in the face. I'm like, oh shit. Yeah, dude. I don't have a 5.5 from you. I think a 5.5 was the very, very, very first thing I bought from you. It was a Scare Glow. I don't know if you remember that or not, but it had a swappable He-Man head, which is really sick.
I do.
Years ago, dude. That was back in 2020, 2021, something like that.
2020 had to be.
Yeah.
In the beginning.
Yeah.
And I just went for it. I just started casting everything, like trying to figure it out,
Yeah.
Well, that was during COVID, it was just nothing to do.
Yeah, and when Pikmin was on here too, he talked about that kind of that wave of artists that came in around that time, dude. And there's so many. There's so many. And so many good ones too. All that being said, the first thing we're going to give away of yours tonight is
Nice.
It's just a bag.
There's no toy in it.
Yes.
I was gonna say.
There's no toy in it. Boom, a Speed Skull, teal colored blank. If you don't have a Speed Skull yet, what are you even doing? This is the hottest vinyl piece.
And they're fun to paint.
Oh, dude. I mean, I was about ready to agree with you, but how the hell would I know? I've never painted one of these, but it's just a great figure. I mean, it's what do you got? Like 4-inch scale here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know this, but sometimes when you order vinyl, if you order it at 6 inches, it'll come like a little bit over 5. And people were like, yeah, they shrink. So I actually wanted it to be a little bigger, but then when it came, it was smaller, but then it fit into those clamshells. And I was like, it's not necessarily a bad thing. And it ended up being a good thing.
Yeah.
It's done well.
Oh, this is great.
I appreciate the support.
Yeah, this is great. Speed Skull, and then it comes in this bag. Very nice setup right here. Speed Skull logo, Resin Blood logo. Let's spin the wheel and see who's going to get this bad boy. I should probably share my screen first. Share screen. Here we go. Good luck, everybody. This is for the Speed Skull. Let's see. Who was 47 today? Uh, 47. Ooh, my dude. Number 47 was Someone Snaps. What is up, dude? Awesome, man. I'm not sure if he's watching the show or not, but that's a great win, man. He was on the show back in the day. Someone Snaps. I don't know if you remember. He had a lot. He's got a lot of glow pieces, some really cool glow work. So I believe he's in the great state of Washington. So one Resin Blood blank headed to you. Someone Snaps, my man.
Dope.
Let me mark that down. Someone Snaps. Awesome. Bam. Good one. Next thing, dude, let's talk about this thing real quick. I know you've been selling a shitload of these guys.
Yeah. Thank you. They've been doing good.
Yeah.
I sculpted it for ZoloCon. And yeah, man, I couldn't believe it. They sold right off the table. I sold like 22 of them at the con, and maybe I had 24 with me because I only came home with like 2. And then when I got home, oh, well, like I said, yeah. Well, anyway, I posted them all up on my store too, so I sold doubles of them. So I had to like go home and make them all. But in that first 2 weeks, I sold 62 of them.
Holy smokes, man. That is legit.
It was a lot of work.
Suki, this is not rotocasting. This is solid.
Yeah, it is.
Damn. Nice. Chunky piece.
It says Ted because Man-Thing's name was Ted.
Nice. Fletcher in the house. What's up, dude?
Fletch.
Yeah, man. That's a good one. All right. Let's spin this bad boy right now for the Man-Thing. All right, here we go. Next spin. For the Resin Blood Man-Thing. Number 21 this week is. I have to scroll all the way to the back for this guy. Super Terrible Toys? You have won.
Awesome.
Oh, Super Terrible. Let me mark that down. Man-Thing, Super Terrible, future guest on the show. Bam, that is a freaking killer win right there, my dude. Bam. Great one.
Awesome.
Well, we saw 2 of your killer pieces. I single-handedly got you to 50 on.
Thank you.
So I should probably
appreciate that
on there.
And yeah, I think like Dove's going to be in the first episode, and I think you're going to talk to me for a minute in the first episode, and it's going to be fun.
It'll be fun, man. I'm really looking forward to it, dude. I've seen what you've been. Toys on Tap. What's up, guy? Thank you very much, man. What's happening, Abe? But we, I mean, the bootleg overdose show, man, is really going to be something.
Yeah, I'm excited. I
Me
got a
too.
lot of work.
I've seen the clips of it, dude, and it looks super pro. I'm excited about it, man. It's going to be awesome. What do you got coming up immediately, man? What you got going on?
You know, I'm doing the Clutter reaction show.
Nice.
Yeah, I just answered that email, and I'm getting ready for 5 points, and I think that's my next show. I'm doing this kaiju show down in Texas with Plagued Earth Productions. I just found that out today. So
nice. Hell yeah.
That's in August, and you know, I don't know. That's about it. I'm working on the show, and I'm waiting for my new vinyl, and I'm tattooing a lot, and yeah. So I'm getting ready to make some new T-shirts, and you know, like I was saying earlier, I made a video yesterday, and just for Instagram, and it took 2 hours. So you know, when you sit down to edit this stuff, and like when you go to Assembly Required and you record all weekend, it takes that long to like go back and
dude,
look at
everything. It's the number one reason I don't edit anything. You know, number one, I don't know how to do it, and I just have no interest in learning how to do it because I don't want to do it. You know what I mean? Editing is a whole art. Like it is. You know, and you know, I know Abe. And even Janky, with DKE,
Yes.
I know for a fact that my interview or the Toys Live interview on Toys on Tap was long, and he shrunk that thing down, and he still ended up getting 2 hours out of it, but it was way longer than that. And same with Dove, that was a long conversation too. But just going through that, dude, and chopping it up and listening to things, and God, what a pain in the ass.
Yeah, it is.
Mm.
I mean, it's a lot of work, but I got some help, and I'm excited about it because there's stuff I'm trying to do with it. So
Yeah,
but
Cool Cat Toy Co. You are 100% right, Grant. That's exactly what I said. I did the old what's his the old what's his name on Inside Edition. We'll do it live. Anyways, that's a great clip.
yeah.
All right, dude.
Dude,
yeah.
Congratulations. Seriously, dude. It's awesome. Every week. It's awesome.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it, dude.
Yeah, thank you for everything. And you were saying earlier, I barely miss a week either. Sometimes I'm not on the chat, or sometimes I'm tattooing and I watch it after. But yeah, good job, dude. It's awesome. Please continue, and thank you.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I know that Bootleg Overdose is going to be an awesome thing. Toys Alive is going to keep doing its thing. I know we will be linking up here soon. So appreciate you, bro. Thank you for the giveaways tonight, and we'll be chatting soon.
Thank you.
Right on, buddy.
Later.
Boom. It's an American classic right there. An American classic. Eddie from Resin Blood. Yeah, Jazzwiz says the math works out. 50 YouTube followers times 100 episodes equals 5,000 Pikmin's followers. The math checks out. You're right. It does. Eddie, he's like 22. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. Great win. Super Terrible Toys. Bam. That is freaking awesome, man. I want to keep that for myself, but it's very, very cool. And the Speed Skull. I shit you not, man. This Speed Skull is hot. He sells a ton of them. The Man Thing is an incredible follow-up. Mr. Unnatural, that was another one that he's doing. The dude is on fire. The guy is a content machine. And I don't think there's anybody else in our scene quite like him as far as resin, vinyl, street art, canvas art, t-shirts, tattoos, music. Like I said, man, if you guys can name somebody else that's doing all that stuff, let me know. But the dude has, talent just pouring out of him, and it comes through in everything that he does. So we got 10 minutes left. We are definitely going to be longer than 10 minutes because I got a shitload of stuff to give out. So let's start off easy. All right, let's do this. Let's do an E2K gift card. I got 4 of them at $25 a piece. E2K. I saw you in the chat earlier. What is up, Dustin? We're going to give away 4 separate cards tonight. We're only going to do one at a time. But E2K, find, I believe Resin Blood has some stuff in there, but find, there's a bunch of artists that have stuff in that store. So if you haven't been to the E2K store online, they are based out of Northern Kentucky. Please get in there and buy something. We are going to spin the wheel right now for an E2K gift card. Let's see here. E2K gift card coming up. Good luck, buddy. $25 for a shopping spree is going to. Who is number 12? I'm realizing I should probably be a little bit more prepared when it comes to calling out names and numbers and whatnot. So, oh, look at that. Tycho's Tacos. Damn. Fletcher, my man. Well, look at Von fake name. He's on it, dude. That's got to be Fletch. That is Fletch. $25 to Fletcher. Nice. Congrats, dude. Fletch, my man, if you could just send me your email address when you have a chance, and I will send that over to Dustin, and then Dustin will email you the gift card. That would be awesome, dude. So congrats on that. Make sure you pick out something very, very nice. If you haven't followed Fletch's other account, Loza and Fletch, he's been doing a lot of thrifting at some of these local thrift stores and comes up with some amazing pieces. Get in there, follow him. If you're local to Northern California or in the Bay Area, keep an eye out on his account for trade shows and festivals and fairs. I know that he was doing one pretty consistently out on Treasure Island in San Francisco. And Titty Bean pin for sure. That's a great buy, man. If you end up getting that, those are very, very cool. That Titty Bean pin was designed. The picture was drawn by Bootleg Sewer Mutant, who is an all-time legend in this scene, in my humble opinion. So, congrats. Let's do another one. Let's do. You know what? What was Fletch's? Let me see. What Fletch's? Can't remember what his comment was. It was. Healy Made in Jazz Wizard episode. Yeah, so Jazz Wizard, of course, that was the mega tour, which was, I think, a lot of people's answers. Healy Made, that's another one, man. You know, Healy Made is my guy as far as collecting goes. Him and Hurt Toys, of course, but Healy Made, man, that one was a very, very special moment for me. I thought it was kind of a shot in the dark that he would even be on the show. I thought it was an even bigger shot in the dark when I sent the message to him, 4 years ago. That was basically just kind of my introduction into this whole scene. So it was a special episode. That was a great episode. Some really good insight. I remember it was right around Christmas time, almost 2 years ago now. So December of 22 is when it would have been. But it was a long episode too. I think that one went probably 3 to 4 hours, and he stayed the whole freaking time. He's also got a drop coming up on this Saturday of fully painted Japanese vinyl. So check that out if you're looking for 4-inch vinyl. Boom, Healy Made, and congratulations, Fletch, once again for the $25. All right. Let's see what's going to be next. What do we want to give away next? How about this? How about this little Warduke head? And you know what? I don't think I didn't even count this one tonight. So we actually have 21 giveaways tonight. How about that? That might be a new record. So this is the Warduke head. So this is not for the necklace. The necklace is huge. This is for the smaller Warduke piece. All right. This is for the smaller Warduke head. This is by Plastic Vomit Customs. And then after this giveaway, we're going to do one more thing. I got some news for you guys that I totally spaced on. It's not even on my list. What a dummy. And it's like some of the biggest news that I have for tonight. So after this giveaway, we'll get into that. So this is the gold Warduke head. This is by Plastic Vomit Customs. Again, good luck to everybody on this one. And here we go with the 3D printed Warduke head. It is solid resin. It's a little beast of a piece. And we have number 8 all the way back to the top. Recollection Toys. Nice. That is going to, bam. Recollection Toys. Let's talk about Recollection for a minute. Recollection Toys is from Montana, and he does the porcelain work. So, and a great dude. I actually had a chance to hang out with him and walk the show a little bit at DesignerCon last year. Great dude. I'm glad this one is going to him in the great state of Montana. Excellent. Bam. So here's the other news that I had for you real quick. I have to get to it. Excuse me real quick because I need to bring it up on the screen. When I close everything out, it freaking booted me. So hang with me just 1 second. Oh, look at that. It's already up. Didn't even have to sign in. Bingo, bango. I'm going to do this real quick so I can show you that. Bam. Okay. So, Susan Sarandon and Gina Davis. Nice. Yeah. So, here's the news for everybody. Starting in May, actually, let's bring this up real quick, okay? Screen share. Let me screen share with everybody. Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. Boom. Look at that. That's a Toys Alive big cartel shop is what that is. Still working on it. If you can see down here, the maintenance is still going on. But here's the big news. The big news is at the beginning of every month, starting in May, going forward, I'm going to have an exclusive drop from an artist in the shop. First artist, Hurt Toys. All right, you guys probably could have guessed that, but he jumped on the opportunity to have a toy in there. So, you know, I want to make it clear that I'm not like running a toy shop. It's going to be Toys Alive related stuff on there, which is eventually going to segue into my book that I will put on there. That's full of that's basically full of my collection. So, yeah. Hurt Toys will be the first one in May. It will be an exclusive. I already have probably the first 3 or 4 months booked out. Plastic Vomit will be doing something. Plastic Vomit will be doing something. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but Plastic Vomit will be doing something in the store. Resin Blood will be doing something in the store. And Hurt Toys, like I said, will be the first one. So yeah, those are going to be Toys Alive exclusive drops. You're only going to be able to get those in the Toys Alive shop, and once they're gone, they are gone. They're probably going to be small runs. It's really going to be up to the artist on how many pieces they want to put in there. Maybe it'll be a one-off. Maybe it'll be a run of, of 10 or 15, whatever they want. The other cool thing is at the beginning of each month, before we do the drop, that guest will be on the show in one form or another. So we'll do a big rollout for that shop drop at the beginning of the month, and then that shop drop will happen at the beginning of the month as well, and we'll just go until it's sold out. So hoping to have some T-shirts and hats, and then eventually the book in there, maybe some sticker packs. If anybody's interested in selling something in there, please let me know. This is not a money-making deal for me. I did not open this store up to try to make some side money or anything like that. I wanted to get some more recognition out there, especially for people who don't do a lot of selling online. Some people don't have drops. I really wanted to draw more attention to the website and to the Toys Alive brand in general, just to kind of help spread the word about what we're doing here. So that'll be coming up in May. Very excited about that. Like I said, Hurt Toys will be the first one. And then we'll just kind of fall in line after that. So that was the news for tonight, as far as that goes. Now, back to some giveaways. Speaking of Hurt Toys, let's do this. How about this? How about a Hurt Toys Robot Resurrection piece? And bam, look at that. Toys Alive 100 stamped on the bottom. Which I'll have you know is the only Toys Alive 100 show specific piece. It is right here. This was Hertz piece for Robot Resurrection. He did some of those. They're only 20 bucks. If you want one, hit them up. I know there's some left. 20 bucks. 20 bucks. You can spend 20 bucks doing nothing. All right? Bam. It does have a pink wash on it, which is very awesome. Brings out some of the details. All the details, actually. And boom, the Toys Alive stamp at the bottom. Woo! Had that as a wind-up. Yes, very nice. Cool, so here we go. With the spin for the Hurt Toys robot. Good luck. Okay, 4. That is going to be ooh, that was close. Lynn's the Rat Boy. Dude, you talk about being on a streak. It's been a couple weeks since Lynn's won. But Lynn's has won again. That was the Hurt Toys robot. That's going to Lynn's. Nice. Going to Australia, I believe, is where Lynn's is. That's awesome, man. I love it when these pieces kind of get around the world. I know that can be exciting for artists too. When you don't necessarily do shows or whatnot, but you can get pieces to other countries. I think that's freaking awesome. So there we go. Next on the list, let's just keep going, man. We're already past 8 o'clock. Who cares? Let's just keep giving stuff away until it's done. This next one right here, Ocular Rhombus. Great one. Ocular Rhombus was the creator and host of the Robot Resurrection show that just took place. Boom. Ernie, if you're in the room and you want to tell us what this piece is called, I forgot. So let me know. This is a 3.75 Ocular Rhombus one-off. And I would say probably 100% of his work is one-offs. Yeah, no sleep till episode 200. No kidding. So here we go. Ocular Rhombus piece. Good luck, everyone. Here we go. That is, I believe, oh yes, Yuck-a-Muck. Yuck-a-Muck, my man. Boom. Yuck-a-Muck for Ocular Rhombus. Yuck-a-Muck. You know what, man? Yuck-a-Muck's interview was a really, really good interview, too. If you guys can find that one, I don't know what number it is, but check that one out. That one's awesome. Yuck-a-Muck has been doing some really, really cool work. And that's another guy who, kind of started off, just from what I saw, as a fan and a collector, and then made one piece. And now, shoot, man, I'm looking across the room, and there's at least a dozen pieces from him over there. Michael George's first entry comic got removed by Insta. Anyone else has an issue with that? I've seen that before. And sometimes when people just make regular comments on there, oh yeah, Puzzle Panther, yeah, that's Tim. Yeah, they're really really good, man. But going back to what you were saying, Michael George about the comments. Sometimes it'll just say this comment's hidden for some reason because it thinks it's spam, but it doesn't come from a spam account, and it doesn't go. Um, and there's nothing wrong with the verbiage in the post. So I don't know. I don't know what triggers that. I have no idea. Let's keep moving. Here's a fun one. Let's do this one. How about a DKE box? Now you guys know that we've been doing these DKE giveaway boxes. Tone. I agree, man. DKE was kind enough to give us a bunch of these giveaway boxes. I believe about 30 in total, and they come with multiple things in them. This one has a figure by Broke One. Star Quest. And it is in the DKE blister there. You can open that up and take the figure out. That is a smooth looking character right there. Nice work. Also in the DKE box, you get an invisible Sucklord from the Sucklord. And actually, if you read this stuff on here and on the back, it's very clever and very funny because I think he's right in a lot of ways. Official DKE sticker. You get a Suckathon Season 1. Look at all those artists on the back. If you haven't seen this and you're a new artist, highly recommend. You're going to come across some tips in here. I would definitely take notes because you will hear some stuff that won't make a lot of sense to you. But then once you start looking around about different resin types and whatnot, it will make sense to you. You're going to want to go back and pause and record and make sure you document what's going on in there. The other thing that we got, paintings by Jason Chalker, Bounty Hunter. Boom. This is all in the DKE box. All right. Bam. Suckathon. Invisible Sucklord. Broke One. Boom. Vaughn Fake Name, thank you for coming in, dude. You are a freaking champion. Thank you for coming on, dude. I'm glad that dude's back, man. I really thought that he was gone for a minute, and I thought, what a shame that guy's not around anymore. All right, so here we go with the DKE box with the Broke One piece. Here we go. Good luck, everybody. DKE box coming up. $22 is Mr. Ordinary. Yeah. Mr. Ordinary, dude. The DKE box. Mr. Ordinary said, congratulations. Congrats yourself, my guy. You have won. Ordinary Toys, the Broke One DKE box. Congrats, dude. Headed your way. Man, what else we got? Let's do, how about a Plastic Vomit? How about, look at this one. This is sick. This is a 3.75 gray Darth Vader from Plastic Vomit. Great looking piece. Boom. All right, here we go. Plastic Vomit Gray Vader. Plastic Vomit Gray Vader. Here we go. Good luck. Oh. Number 19. Barrio Boba. Barrio Boba. My man. You know what? I brought out some choice pieces for tonight as my backdrop. And one of them was that guy. I mean, how can you not love it? How can you not love it? Al, congratulations on a Plastic Vomit Customs Gray Vader. I apologize. It's not a Boba Fett. If I had a Boba Fett, I'd give it to you. But awesome win there, man. Congrats. Let's stay with Plastic Vomit and do I thought Mario was in here. I thought I saw him earlier. Maybe boom, there he is. Yeah, he is in here. Sweet. Congrats, dude. Congrats. Thank you, Mario Boba, for the congrats. Thank you very much, man. Next from Plastic Vomit, we're going to stick on the Plastic Vomit. This is a Mars Attacks figure. Very cool. All right. For the Plastic Vomit Mars Attacks figures. Here we go. Retro Zone Neon. Boom. Congrats, dude. Let me mark that down. Retro Zone Neon. Perfect. Sweet. Whoever is winning tonight, if you guys would be so kind as to send me your address. If you won something here before, you probably have. I might have your address already. But if you hear your name called tonight, please send me a message either on my personal account or on the toy account with your address. Thank you. Sorry, had to get that out. Next on the list, man, let's see. What do we got? How about this one? This is a cool one. So this one, you got to do a little history on this one. This one, it never got given away for whatever reason. And I had a couple of these, and this one just kind of slipped through the cracks a little bit. This is actually from Feral Foundry. This glows like crazy. This is a great freaking piece, man. What's really cool about this is you cannot see it, but right behind the tail, right here, yeah, you can't really see it, but there is a Toys Alive logo stamped on this piece. Not too many of these exist. I have one, Crumbs has one, and whoever wins this has the third one. So this is it. This is a freaking awesome piece, though, man. Feral Foundry's work is just incredible. Bam. Feral Foundry piece. We will spin for this right now. Here we go. For the Feral Foundry Toys Alive piece. Strafe 7. Boom. Strafe, my man. I'm glad you got that, bro. I will be sending that to you. That is awesome. Boom. Nice. Congrats, dude. We're going to do We're gonna let's do 2 E2K gift cards in a row. Let's do that. So $25 to the E2K online gift or online store. Please check that out. Even if you don't win one of these gift cards tonight for E2K, get in there anyways and check it out. But also lots of good toys. This one is going to number 30. Bam! Puzzle Panther. Nice. Yeah, there you go. Bam. So the Feral Foundry. No. What are we doing? Oh, that was an E2K card. My bad. That's Puzzle Panther. Puzzle Panther. Awesome. Right on, dude. Yes, Puzzle Panther. Tim, go ahead and just send me your email address, and I will have Dustin get that over to you probably tomorrow. So another E2K gift card. Let's do another one. Another $25. And that is going to that is Zimitco. Nice. Our Lord, our Savior, Zimitco. It's only fitting that Zimitco should have their choice of whatever they would like. Bam. That's a good one, man. Zimitco, congrats. What else we got? What else we got? What else we got? Oh man, there's some dandies left. There's some dandies left. I'm looking around. Let's do this guy. Bushwhacker. This is also by Hurt Toys. Lots of original sculpt on there. Hurt Toys. Bushwhacker. Solid resin. I would say probably maybe 4 to 5 inches on that guy. But that's a sick one. Look at that color. Bam. Luke and Butch, the Bushwhackers. You guys remember them? They are very big in, I want to say, Australia or New Zealand. Yeah, I can't remember. Anyways, Hurt Toys Bushwhackers. Let's spin and see who's going to get that. Good luck, everybody. Bliss Receptor. This is all working out way too good. All right. So let me just tell you, I got a box for Bliss Receptor set aside. So this will go in the box, which is awesome. He's actually getting like 3 different winnings. The other one was, somebody else that I had something saved for. Anyways, gosh, I don't know. Either way, congrats on that one. Bliss Receptor. Bliss. There we go. Boom. Next in the house, we got, let's see, how many left do we have? We got one. Let's do another E2K gift card. Let's get that one done. Bam. All right, this is for another E2K gift card. The last one. The last of the 4. Slow pour. Nice. Slow pour. Slow pour is a new account. And I purchased their Robot Resurrection piece, which is really, really cool. We will... yeah, I'll probably go over that in the next couple weeks. But Slow Pour, follow that account. That one just came on for us probably in the last in the last month or so. But congratulations. Slow Pour, E2K $25 gift card. Let's see. Next. Let's see. We got, so here's what we got left. We got, you guys tell me what you want to do next. We have the general purpose cube. We have another E2K box featuring a killer bootlegs piece. Or it's a little prize pack, and I don't have the other thing here right next to me. It's another plastic vomit piece with Rec Shop resin. Let's do this one. Yeah, Slow Pour, you won. Congrats, my guy. Send me your email address. You've won a $25 E2K gift card. And shoot me your email address, and we'll get that over to you in the probably tomorrow. Yes, you did win something. You won a E2K $25 gift card. Earth to Kentucky. Nice. We're going to do one more plastic vomit piece real quick. Actually, let me grab that so people can see exactly what they're winning. That would be cool, I guess. All right. So this one is a kind of a clear teal snow trooper. Bam. You've seen Plastic Vomit do these in almost every single color. And this is another great one. So this one, and then we're going to throw in 2 Rec Shop resin pile-ups. You know what those are? Those are cool. So Plastic Vomit and the Rec Shop resin. Boom, let's go. Here we go. Plastic Vomit, No Trooper, and Rec Shop resin features. Those are going to. Woo! How about this one? How about this one? Shotgun Karaoke going straight to Finland. How about that? Man, we're hitting the globe tonight. That's awesome. That one is going to be Shotgun Karaoke. If you guys are not following Shotgun Karaoke, please do so. Tom is the man. Tom was on the show not too long ago. Does really cool resin work. He just had a drop recently within the last probably 2 weeks or so. Akashic Records, what's up, man? How you doing? But yeah, Shotgun Karaoke. Congrats, Tom. Boom. Next on the list, we're going to do the DKE box. This is DKE box number 2. This one has the Regurgitated Ideas, which is funny, by Killer Bootlegs. This was an edition of 100. This is number 30. Regurgitated Ideas from Killer Bootlegs. Invisible Sucklord by Sucklord. Suckathon, Season 1, DVD. Yours. Manly Art, Bounty Hunter. Yours. DKE, official sticker. Yours. All right. Yeah, here we go. So this is for the DKE box featuring the killer bootlegs, regurgitated ideas. Good luck, everybody, on this one. This is a killer gift. Screen share. Bam. Here we go. Boom. Viral Vile. Nice. Viral Vile. Congratulations, my dude. Let me write that down. That is going to be Viral Vile. Bam. Another good one. Oh, Suki. God, dude. Yes. Thank you for reminding me, dude. What was favorite moment? He said Barbarian Rage and Rainbow Yawn. Great episodes. Recollection Toys was Zimitko and Rainbow Yawn. Excellent. Let's see. Man, yeah, I apologize for falling behind on these a little bit. Retro Zone Neon said all the show recaps are his favorite. Those are always fun to do. Awesome, man. I will hit these next ones for sure. So next we're gonna do we'll do the Porpoise Cube next. Look at this. You guys seen these? The General Porpoise Cubes. This is basically spare parts that were put into this cube. Puzzled Panther. Okay, yeah, let me get to yours real quick and see. Puzzled Panther. Here is their comment. Honestly, one of my favorite things is getting to see everyone's workspace. I do my art in a tiny apartment at our coffee table, so seeing how everyone else is cobbling together their workspaces makes me feel better about my own. Some that come to mind are, of course, Kier's Customs, Barbarian Rage, and Ocular Rhombus. Great comment. Yes, absolutely. The workspaces are always, they're great. And it's so funny that you see like the range of like how these things are organized. No disrespect to anybody, but you see like Kerfloss, right? Like it's very in place. Makes great stuff out of there, but it's very I don't know if organized is the right word, but it's very, things are in a certain place. You look at somebody like Resin Blood, where there's stuff just everywhere. Still makes amazing stuff, but just a completely different environment. So yeah, Puzzle Panther, that was a great one. Seeing people's workspace is always fun. I think that's always cool too. Kind of see what they got on the workbench, what they leave up there to inspire them throughout the day, or to just generate ideas, something like that. So the Porps Cube under the UV light. Yeah, dude. So I don't have my UV light here with me right now, man, unfortunately. But what's cool is look at this little hand that's sticking out right there. Isn't that sick? The General Porpoise Cube. He handed this to me at assembly required and was like, you should give this away on the show. So here we are, giving it away on the show. The Porpoise Cube. God, that's so cool. There's been a couple more of these recently, if you've seen them. Awesome. General, and this is heavy. This is not a light piece. Boom. General purpose cube. Here we go. For the cube. The green crayon. How about that one? I don't think the green crayon has been a winner yet. Green crayon. Nice. Okay. Green crayon. It's another cool account. Check that one out on Instagram. And I think that leaves us with the last gift of the night, or the last giveaway of the night, which is this Warduke chain, which I don't want to take off, but I will, and somebody will win this. Congrats to whoever wins this already. Yes, moment. Suki. God. Green Crayon says the Great Zimico or the Resin Blood Basement Tour. Yes. You're right. I should be reading those, and those were 2 great episodes. Yeah, Green Crayon is in the room. Nice. Excellent. Barrio Boba put everyone back on the wheel. Yes, you know it. That is definitely happening for the grand prize. Before we get out of here, I know that once the giveaways are over, a lot of people kind of bounce, which is cool because it's getting late. I know on the East Coast, you're 3 hours ahead of me, and it's 8:30 here, so it's 11:30 on a freaking Thursday. What are we doing? But before we go, I really wanted to thank everybody for helping get the show to where it's at. It truly would not happen if nobody watched and nobody was making anything. There would be no show. So yeah, it's cool that we do this every week, and it's cool that it's been 100. But what's really cool is the fuel that makes it go, and it's really the artists, it's the pieces, it's the shows, it's the chat, it's the friendships, it's the camaraderie, it's the giveaways, it's people showing up and words of encouragement. Felt a lot of that over the last couple days. It's been freaking amazing. You start going through, I mean, this is going to be a comment section that we will, I'll probably take a look at over and over again because there's so many good memories, in this thread. And I think the coolest part about it is that this is only the first 100. Like, I had told Crumbs a while back when things were rough, that I really thought it was going to be 100 episodes and that was going to be the goal. And then it was just going to be a wrap. 100 felt like, a good milestone. That felt like a lot of content to get out there that will always be out there, hopefully. And 100 just felt like a good stopping point. We had done the majority of artists in the scene. There's definitely some that we haven't got to yet, but 100 seemed like a doable thing, to stop at 100. But what's crazy is, you start trying to plan to take a week off or, move the show around or do something like that. And I just never have the heart to do it, man. I just don't. I don't have the heart to put it down and say, I need a break. I would love to take a break. That would be awesome. It would be awesome. I initially think that it would be awesome to not do a show during the week and maybe skip a week. And then as, Monday hits, it's like, and then Tuesday and then Wednesday. And then, by the time Wednesday comes around, it's like, how can I not do a show this week? How can I not be in there and associate with everybody and laugh with everybody and spread the word about these artists and pieces? It's just something you can't really put down. It's addicting in a weird way. I love doing it. if anything, it costs money, right? And I think that can be said for a lot of us, is that, as collectors, there's no money in it. You know what I mean? It's the exact opposite. You're spending money, and you keep coming back for more, and you're happy every time you do it, and that's just what it is. So there's give and take there, I guess. But um, like I said at the beginning of the show, reach out to Crumbs, please, and congratulate him too. This is as much his doing as it is mine. Um, and I know that he appreciates everybody's kind words. I certainly do as well. I'm excited to give this Warduke thing out. I'm excited about where the website is going, the store, the artist drops. We got some shows coming up. Hey, while we're at it, I might as well talk about what's going on next week. Next week, I got two things going on. False Idol Toys is coming on. That's going to be phenomenal. I met him at Assembly Required last year, Nate. He's going to be on next week. And then we're also going to take a look at the Space Squad show from ETC Toys. Actually, Tim's going to be on the show. There's probably going to be a few artists on the show next week as well, which is going to be awesome. I know Hobo Toys and some other accounts have reached out already, so we'll have them on the show to talk about their Space Squatch piece that is actually, I think that goes on sale, or not on sale, but it that show starts tomorrow at Toy du Jour, or maybe Saturday is what that is. Toy du Jour, located there in Chicago. Yeah, so that's going to be that'll be a dope show. But again, seriously, everybody, from the bottom of my heart, thank you guys for sticking with the show, man. I know that we've had some really awkward times on this show. There's been way more good times than bad times. There's been some interesting times. We've had some really good talks about stuff that people sometimes don't necessarily want to talk about, whether it's personal or whether it's something to do in the scene. So I'm glad that we have a place where we can kind of congregate and talk about these things. And hopefully we'll do more of that going forward. I'd really like to get into some of the grittier stuff about the scene that people don't always really want to talk about. Stuff that's acceptable and unacceptable, not only to an artist, but to a buyer and a collector as well. Those are all things that we'll probably come across in the next few months or so. But for now, let's spin for this Warduke chain. Suki, you're welcome, dude. Puzzle Panther said name names. We're good at that. We can do that. Anyways, let's give away this Warduke chain. Again, this Warduke chain by Plastic Vomit. Okay. I'm not saying these are for sale, but I'm saying stay tuned is what I can say. Random wheel picker, here we go. Oh boy. Let's this is what we're going to do. We are going to see if we can here we go. Everybody's back on. Yes, everybody's back on. For the Warduke baller chain. Good luck, everyone. Here's the big spin. Warduke. Warduke chain. Nine. Number 9 is whoo, Bootleg Toyco. My man. Bootleg Toyco. you may have to fly out here to California to rip this thing off my neck. But congrats, man. You have won this. Bootleg Toyco. I had a really good conversation about Bootleg Toyco with Eddie the other day. And we were both saying, hey, man, Bootleg Toyco is the business. Really, really cool shit. It's got the link up with Lynn's the Rat Boy, who also won tonight, which is awesome. Bootleg Toyco, that is the chain. Bootleg Toyco. All right, there we go. Yeah, well-deserved. Jazz says well-deserved for a quality dude. So just to wrap it up for tonight, if you guys want to find some really cool episodes, take a look at the giveaway chat from yesterday. At the comments in there, and just look up some of those episodes. But be back next week with ETC toys and False Idol toys. That will be a phenomenal show. We made it to 100. Thank you, everybody, for sticking with me the whole time, and Crumbs as well, and just Toys Alive as a brand. It means the world to me. I know it means a lot to Crumbs. And thank you, guys. We will see you next week. Everybody have a safe weekend. Thank you for all the comments and well wishes on episode 100. Appreciate every single one of you guys. Peace. See you at 101.